David Henry Huang.
David, you won't believe where I am. In China, Guizhou province to be exact. After everything that happened in the States, I needed to take some time off to find something real, true. I'm not even sure. All I know is my life back home used to have a purpose, a direction I really believed in. And I lost all that. One night, in Shanghai, a city so futuristic it makes Blade Runner look quaint. Another another foreigner told me where I could find the soul of China. He described this amazing village he just visited, and a minority tribe called the Dong. I flew to the provincial capital of Wuyan, traveled 10 hours by bus over roads barely paved, potholes the size of phone booths. As we climbed upward, rice fields appeared everywhere. I mean, terraces carved into the mountainside centuries ago. Finally, we arrived at a village called Zhenzong. Soon as I stepped off the bus, I heard a song. The Dong call their music Dago, the big songs that can only be sung by the whole village together. The Dong have a saying: rice feeds the body, but song feeds the heart.
That was the first of Marcus's emails to me. More than a few Asian Americans still wondered what happened to him. In mainstream culture, however, Marcus, like most other Asian American celebrities, remains virtually unknown. True, at the time of his downfall, a few took notice.
Senator John Kerry.
It's hardened people's cynicism. Everyone loses for that.
But for the most part, the story of a minor figure in a couple of discredited scandals disappeared after one or two press cycles blinked, and you would have missed it. As for my own part of the story, some Asian Americans took notice, but they chose to forgive me for my mistakes.
Alright, Frank Chin. David Henry Huang is a white racist asshole.
Well, most of them did anyway. After all, I was a respected figure in the community, the first Asian playwright to have a play produced on Broadway. I even appeared on national television with Lily Tomlin.
And the 1988 Tony Award for Best Play goes to... And Butterfly, author David Henry Huang, producer Stuart Ostrow, and David Geffen.
From Mickey Rooney playing Japanese in Breakfast at Tiffany's, to Bruce Lee being passed over in favor of David Carradine for a TV series called Kung Fu, Asians have been consistently caricatured, denied the right even to play ourselves. Well, it's a new day in America. We're entering the 1990s, and all that stops now. Hello?
Hi, David speaking.
P.D. Wall, Tony Award-winning star and Butterfly, June 25th, 1990.
Hey, Brad, what's up?
Have you heard about this whole Miss Saigon scandal?
You mean the musical in London?
Yeah, Jonathan Pryce is playing an Asian pimp.
Yeah, Ross Chow saw it and said his eyes are all taped up and everything. However, happened here.
No, they're bringing the show to Broadway.
I know, but this is America. They're not gonna pass a white guy here.
They have.
You're sure he's white? People think his race is so hard to tell nowadays. Maybe he's one of those Caucasians for the last name when he's down, Asian, or he could be one of those Korean adoptees.
David, it's Jonathan Pryce. All right, the producers are saying they conducted this worldwide talent search, but they couldn't find any Asian qualified to play the part.
They can't do that.
That's what a lot of us think.
YellowFace in this day and age. Did somebody suddenly turn the clock back to the 1920s? What, are we gonna smear shoe polish on our face and start singing Mammy?
Okay, well, we thought if you'd be willing to write a letter.
You bet I will. Trust me, they're not gonna get away with this. Dear Actors Equity,
The National Union for Stage Actors.
I learned some news today which left me feeling surprised and dismayed.
The New York Times, July 13, 1990. Miss Saigon casting protested. Asian Americans who complained about the casting of Caucasian in one of the show's principal Asian roles. David Henry Huang, Tony Award-winning playwright of Butterfly, registered his protest in a letter sent to Actors Equity.
I had dared to suppose that the yellow-faced days of Fu Manchu and Charlie Chan had been forever relegated to the closet of historical kitsch. Mr. Pryce is an excellent actor, but I would be equally upset were he cast as an African-American character like Boy Willie in August Wilson's play The Piano Lesson.
Cameron McIntosh, producer, Miss Saigon.
This is a tempest in an oriental teapot!
Actors Equity Union took my side in the casting dispute, and arranged a meeting with the Miss Saigon team, including producer Cameron McIntosh.
The gall of it! The sheer hypocrisy! Well, this is all because BD1 wants a job, isn't it? And the fact that you have made a public spectacle skeptical of the issue. I don't believe we can work any longer in this atmosphere. How could you support such a blatant restriction of artistic freedom?
Minnie Lip, casting director, Miss Saigon.
David, if you know any Asian actor who be right for the part, 40, 50 years old, classical trainer, worldwide stature, please give me his name. Research literally all around the world.
Actually, I called John Rose.
Star of The Last Emperor.
He said his manager had contacted your office to say he was interested in the part, but no one ever called them back.
Bernard Jacobs, president of the Schubert Theater.
Look, this man is just trying to stir up trouble, okay? That's why he sent that letter of yours to the paper.
If you were really seeking to do something constructive, why would you have turned this into a circus?
You sent that letter to the reporter to stir up trouble. And now you're lying. Alright, this man is a liar. I don't even know why. We're listening to him.
The atmosphere is poisoned. Unless conditions improve, I don't see how I can bring the show into New York.
The New York Times, August 8, 1990.
Actors Equity Union bars wife in Asian role.
The Washington Post, August 9th. The Broadway production of Miss Saigon has been canceled. Producer Karen McIntyre announced today.
America is cancelled!
It is certainly never my intention to see a show canceled. I simply felt that an important point had to be made, and this has clearly been achieved.
The New York Times.
Today, Actors Equity received a petition from 150 of its members to reconsider its
The
decision.
New York Post.
Asian American and other protesters gathered yesterday in Times Square demanding that Equity stick to its decision.
The Daily News.
Yesterday, a scuffle between opposing camps in the Actors Equity dispute broke out in the lobby of Actors Equity's offices. Pressure is mounting on Actors Equity.
The Anti-Defamation League of Renee Barrett. Based on individual talent and merit, not race or television or
Friendly racism of Actors Equity.
Jonathan Price's brilliant performance in Miss Saigon is as essential as Joel Gray's was to Cabaret, maybe even more.
As a producer, I've been concerned about anyone who goes to the auditions, but as a citizen, I think Equity did the proper.
Producer, citizen, how did the two states of being were somehow disconnected? Former New York Mayor Ed Todd.
The bonehead decision of the year.
Sluchaj, Miss Saigon, te menstruuje, как американцы общего практикуют цензуру.
My phone can't reach it. Message beep.
David, it's Carla Chang. Asian American actress and political activist. I've already left a couple of messages. We need you down at Actors Equity offices at noon tomorrow to
Hey, Carla, it's David.
screen calls.
For now, I'm just washing my hair.
Equity Council is meeting tomorrow to reconsider their decision. We're holding a rally at noon. You come down, we'll give you a placard. The press will take a few
Carla,
pictures.
I don't think I'm gonna make it.
What do you mean? Equity's under a lot of pressure right now. Everyone else wants them to cave. Let Jonathan Price do the role. We need to stand up for Actors Equity and make sure they stick to their
I
guns.
feel we've made our point, and
And now
now.
you have the chance to stop YellowFace forever.
But to be honest with you, this artistic freedom thing between you and me, I think it's starting to make us look bad.
Look back. This is our Rosa Parks moment. Okay, now tomorrow we need you.
Why? Why do you need me?
Because you're a name in the papers.
That's right, it's my name out there, my face in the papers, the poster child for political
Hey,
correctness.
I wish it were mine.
I can't make the rally tomorrow, okay? This thing is gonna end however it's gonna end.
David, you can't give up now.
I'm not giving up. I'm doing what I think is best for the cause.
New York Times, August 17th, 1990. Actors Equity Union reverses Saigon move and welcomes English star.
Hello?
Hey!
Hi, Dad.
Wait a second. There!
What happened to the connection?
I'm using my new speakerphone.
I said it sounds like crap!
Don't speak up! It's hard to hear over this thing.
Pick up the receiver!
I have turned up the volume. Your mother!
Just pick up the phone!
She didn't teach me how to work this thing.
Pick up the phone!
But that was not my speakerphone.
Your speakerphone is shit!
Why do you have to talk like that? Right. Speakerphone is shit.
Dad, I'm a little busy right now.
Doing what?
Trying to write a new play?
Good idea.
What's that supposed to
I said it was a good idea.
mean? It's only been 3 years since M. Butterfly.
But you've been smart. Keeping your name in the newspapers. That's good, son.
You mean all this Miss Saigon business? Thank God it's finally starting to die down.
So many articles on you. Free publicity.
But everyone disagreed with me.
Everyone. All the big shot guys. Big Cabot and Koch here. This one, my favorite.
You see the articles?
I am ashamed of my union, Actors Equity. Oh, wow.
Yeah, Charlton Heston.
When I was working in a laundry, could I ever have dreamed that one day Charlton Heston would write about my son? I'm telling you, this is the land of opportunity. And that Miss Saigon is such a big hit.
Don't remind me.
Looks so beautiful. All those girls, classy.
They're half naked, playing prostitutes.
But they're classy prostitutes.
No.
But I saw pictures in the newspaper. That producer.
Cameron
what's his name?
McIntosh?
He talks about his musical. Oh, so beautiful. A young Vietnamese girl gives up her baby to find a better life in America.
Actually, she dies.
What?
The girl, she kills herself. It's her baby who finds a better life in America.
That's even more beautiful.
That butterfly set in Vietnam.
Dave, you should do something like that. Is that what your new play is about? Madame Butterfly set in Vietnam.
How can I? It's already been done.
See, I'm just so ignorant about these kind of things.
Besides, I already wrote a play criticizing Madame Butterfly.
What play was that?
M. Butterfly!
Oh, right. You know, that M. Butterfly, that play is a little weird.
We've been over this.
When I come to New York next month, can you get me some tickets?
To M. Butterfly? It closed last year.
No, Miss Saigon. My good friend, Dick Buttress, Vice Chairman of United California Bank. He told me he was in New York last month and he couldn't even get a ticket. I told him, next time you go, ask my son.
What?
I told him, my son, he knows the producer, they're good friends, he worked on the show.
Dad, I protested the show.
Aya, what's the difference? Machiavelli,
Macintosh.
He knows how much you've done for his show. And I'll tell you something, he's grateful to you.
Fine, I'll get you tickets. I'll get your friend tickets. Anyone you know who can't get into Miss Saigon, just tell them to give me a call.
Thanks, son, but not right now.
Why not?
Because you're working. Sport.
I'm trying.
What are you writing about?
Nothing.
Your father's just curious.
It's about Rudyard Kipling, okay? The guy who wrote The Jungle Book, Kipling? I'm writing this play that deconstructs his life and works. Dad.
I'll tell you the thing about Miss Saigon. You want to know why it's such a big hit?
Not really.
Because it's real.
A Vietnamese prostitute falls in love with a white soldier and kills herself so her baby can come to America?
Things like that happen all the time.
How can you even say
You
that?
don't know how much people want to come to America. I see that girl and I think she's like me.
You killed yourself?
No, but I would have. That's how much I wanted to come here. Even when I didn't know anything more about America than I saw in Shanghai at the movies, even then, I knew my real life wasn't the one I was living in China. Second son of a cheapskate father who didn't even know how to talk to his children. I knew that was a fake life. My real life was here. All those movie stars, Humphrey Bogart, Clark Gable, and Frank Sinatra, they were the real me. So, when I finally got here, I kept on pushing. Till one day, after I started the bank and it became a success, I looked around at my office on the 39th floor, my house, the swankiest part of San Marino, my Mercedes, my kids, all in top colleges. And I thought, nah, I am finally living my real life here in America. That's why the girl kills herself. Because when you can see your real life, and it's someplace else, then what's the point? If you lose hope you'll ever get there, then even if you kill yourself, it makes no difference.
Dad, I gotta go.
Sure, son, but why?
I think I know what I want to write about.
Something besides that Jungle Book guy?
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Yearly, September 1992.
Take a look at the face on the cover of this magazine. Is he Asian American, Chinese American, just plain American, or someone in YellowFace? Does any of this matter? These are just some of the questions raised in David Henry Wong's new farce, Face Value.
Is race a construct which is still useful, or is it mythological?
New York Times, October 23rd, 1992.
The new play, which Mr. Wong describes as
Comedy of mistaken racial identity.
is inspired by the fracas over the casting of Jonathan Pryce as the Eurasian pin in Miss Saigon.
It's a backstage farce about a musical in which the lead actor is a Caucasian playing an Asian. On opening night, 2 Asian American protesters sneak in to disrupt the show. Dressed in white.
July 10th, 1992. Auditions for Face Value. Present are
Stuart Ostrow, producer of Face Value.
Miles Newman, casting director.
Ronnie Javier, auditioning.
Linda Peter.
Neat New York. He stole my job.
He stole all our jobs.
I really know that I could have brought some truth to that role.
In this day and age, a Caucasian playing a Chinese, and in that horrible musical, it's racist, sexist, imperialist, misogynist.
And I didn't even get an audition.
Neither did I. Damn them.
Thank you.
That was great, fantastic. What an audition. Thank you very much. He's not right either. There's gotta be more Asian male actors out there.
How about BD?
I don't see BD in this one. This is our chance to make some fresh Asian face into a Broadway star. For M Butterfly, we were looking for a Chinese transvestite who could sing and dance, and we found lots of them.
Yes, we did.
So why is this so hard? All we're looking for is a straight, masculine, Asian leading man.
I'll tell Miles to keep looking.
Tell him there are hundreds of Asian leading men out there. Dozens!
He keeps asking if you know any.
Is that my job? Tell him to scour the country. Somewhere out there, our star is waiting for us to find him.
A performance of the play Go for Broke at the Marin Community Center in California, starring
Rodney Javier and Marcus G. Dolman.
The Lost Battalion, 36th Infantry Division from the Lone Star State. Pinned down, crowds on all sides. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you boys, it's a suicide mission. To call it anything else would be a damn lie.
Lieutenant Grayson, I'm not sure you knew this.
Listen up, Sergeant Watanabe. Do it for your country.
America! Where I'll always be a foreigner! You know, even before the war, people would ask me, where are you from? And I'd tell them, Stockton, California. Then they'd say, no, where are you really from? And now, to them, I'm just another enemy chap.
All right then. Do it for your family.
My family! Rounded up by the U.S. government and thrown behind barbed wire!
Sergeant, let's talk turkey. When headquarters first assigned me to an all-Japanese American battalion, I was a typical Texan, thinking, oh, you boys were the enemy. But now, I've never met a finer group of Americans.
You're right. This is the best chance we're ever going to get to show the world weird, loyal Americans. You know, my parents' generation, you say, they have a saying, she cut like a knife. Oh, means nothing to be done. You know, can't be helped.
Well then, she could cat good night to you too. Ready, boys? Charge! Go!
20 minutes in Marine sent me this newspaper article about this new show. Go for broke.
Miles Newman, casting director, face value.
It was an Asian American play with a cast of 2. One of the actors, Rodney Hatamaya, we'd already auditioned him. But the other guy, Marcus G. Dorman. Sure, his name doesn't sound Asian, but as you well know, that doesn't mean anything these days. This was December. Rehearsals for Face Value were supposed to start in 3 weeks, and we still hadn't found an actor for our lead Asian role. The producers agreed to fly Marcus out between Christmas and New Year's for an audition. My first thought when Marcus walked in was, well, it's obvious he's not 100% Asian. Because of equity rules, you can't just come out and ask an actor his race, that would be illegal. And racist! But over the years, I've become pretty good at getting to the truth of an actor's ethnicity. So, Marcus, where are you from? Seattle, a very diverse town, isn't it?
Sure, you know the place.
I am so impressed by the vitality of the Asian community there.
It's great.
Cherry Blossom Festival, Chinese New Year's Parade, you know?
Sure.
So you've been.
Oh yeah, as a kid.
But the Filipino community must have some big annual... their own, right? I'm so ignorant. I wish I knew.
I'm sorry.
All the Indians. Do they have any? How about the Vietnamese? Koreans? Hmong?
I'm not sure when...
You don't happen to speak any foreign languages, do you?
Is one needed for the part?
No, I just...
Good, because I'm still struggling with English.
Really? No! I get it. You see, Marcus, I like to be direct.
Okay.
We are, how do I put this? God, we are looking to cast this role with an Asian.
As you should.
And that's all right with you?
Well, my background's so mixed up, it's hard to keep track. I mean, my father's Jewish, and there's some who say the lost tribe of Israel wound up in China. No, but, I spent a lot of time in the international district. Then you say, the old timers. They told me their stories, which you could say made me who I am today. Shikataganai.
December 29th, 1992, Marcus G. Dorman's audition for Face Value.
Chinese folklore tells of a man who dreamt he was a butterfly. And when morning came, the man awoke and realized he was not a butterfly, but a man. And that he knew not a butterfly's joys and pains, but those of a man. And he could only ask himself, am I really a man who dreamt he was a butterfly? Or a butterfly? Now dreaming, he's a man.
Would you step outside for a moment? That was amazing! He's funny, vulnerable, strong.
He's a future star!
Guys, does he look Asian to you?
What do you mean, look Asian?
Well, he doesn't seem to possess any Asian features at all.
And what exactly are Asian features? Short, high cheekbones, slanty eyes? I gotta say, I find your question sort of offensive. Asian faces come in a variety of shapes and sizes, just like any other human being, which we are, you know.
Is he Asian?
We did manage to have a little conversation on the subject. He's not full-blooded.
He's Eurasian. You want to start discriminating against them now?
David, if our leading actor was supposed to be an Asian, dressing up in whiteface, if when he takes off his makeup, he looks white, would that bother you?
Looks white. To who? Other white people?
I'm just putting this on the team. Are you certainly not jumping at this actor who's been 10 days away from the Star rehearsal? We don't have any other choices.
I am excited because I think Marcus could be the next John Lone or B.D. Wong.
At least they both look Asian.
I have to cast this in a way that feels right to me. And I can tell an Asian when I see one.
Boston Globe, January 1st, 1993. Rehearsals have begun for David Henry Wong's new play, Face Value. We'll have its pre-Broadway tryout here, February 9th through 28th at the Colonial Theater. The cast includes
Jane Krakowski.
And Mark Lynn Baker. We all enjoyed working with Marcus immensely. He was a nice guy and very talented.
We did notice that he didn't look particularly Asian.
But it wasn't the kind of thing you just come right out and ask someone.
And everyone else said he was Asian.
There was one other thing I noticed about Marcus, that he kind of kept to himself all through rehearsals.
And I remember out of town in Boston after the opening night party, it's like he was trying to tell me something.
You know, Jane, I haven't gotten a chance to tell you this, but you're really great in the show.
Thanks, you too.
Really?
Believe me, I've worked with some so-called stars who haven't got half as much talent as you do. And of course, opportunities have been so limited for you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, before this, you probably only got to play waiters and laundrymen and takeout delivery boys.
No, actually, I've gotten lots of parts.
In San Francisco, right?
Yes, just last season in San Jose Rep, in the Glass Menagerie, I played the gentleman caller.
And I'm sure you were amazing. This is the kind of typecasting I have to deal with.
That's my point. I don't get typecast.
Come on, Marcus, everyone gets typecast. What you mean is that you don't get typecast as Asian.
I guess you're right. Look, Jane, I like you a lot.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
Too much? I've got to get something off my chest.
Don't say anything you'll regret in the morning.
Jane, I'm a fake.
Is that all?
Huh?
Welcome to the club! That comes with success. The higher you get, the more you feel like you don't belong there. Like they put your name on the wrong card and you somehow managed to sneak into the party.
That's exactly what happened.
How many other actors auditioned for your party?
Not enough? Jane, the show in Marin where they saw me play, I was the white guy.
Just like you played the gentleman caller, right? Marcus, do you know what I do? Whenever I'm feeling nervous around people, I just imagine I'm playing a part.
Yeah?
I picture who I want to be, and then I start acting. Try it sometime. It'd be so nice.
Thanks, Jane. You've been a big help to me.
Marcus, you are a fine, fine actor. You just have to believe in yourself a little, that's all. Marcus is not allowed to drink tonight.
Bet he never could have dreamed he'd end up on a Broadway show the day he was cast as a Japanese-American soldier at the Marine Community Center.
We expect to see you tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we got a lot of work to do, but I think the critics will be encouraging.
What? Oh, and David, that show in Marin, Marcus didn't play a Japanese-American soldier.
Oh, he was in the show. I read an interview.
No, he was in it all right. But he was the white man.
Boston Globe, February 15th, 1993.
Wong's Face Value flops on its spot.
Christian Science Monitor.
Face Value takes on more than it can deliver.
Boston Phoenix. M. Turkey. New York Times.
Crystal's back in full over David Henry Wong's new Broadway-bound Fast Face Value.
Unstoppable.
As a great team now engaged in revamping a show that was essentially judged confusing and unfunny.
An embarrassment that should never have been allowed to happen.
Michael Rydell, Theater.
And where was playwright Wong when Oscar was running the troops? Oh, that's right, in his hotel room, rewriting furiously. Wong, sounding uppy for a man whose work has been called an embarrassment, said he found being in trouble out of town.
Exhilarating! Of course we would have loved to have gotten good reviews, but this is the situation we're in, and we are dealing with it.
Sticky fingers, books, and videos. Yeah, we got butt plugs. Come see this out. Bye-bye. We got here pick enormous lotus blossoms, bonsai eggs, oriental pearls.
Do you take Visa?
Sorry, just tapped. Say, aren't you David Henry Wong? Yeah, you're David Henry Wong, right? I saw your picture in the Sunday paper.
I don't usually get recognized.
You're doing that show right at the Colonial?
Yeah.
Face
Face value?
value, yeah. Sounds really interesting, all that race and stuff.
We didn't get such good reviews.
Critics, what do you know, huh? You do that over, right?
Yeah.
That, Miss Saigon.
Oh, no, that wasn't
You're
me.
a famous man.
Not usually.
And I'm happy to see from your choice of material that you support your people.
I tried.
How about I throw in a copy of Asian Craven on the house?
That's very
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Huang. Gotta let someone do something nice for you every once in a while, huh?
David. Guess I better get back to work now.
You do that. Oh, and David. Screw the critics. Okay.
I went back to my room and started rewriting. But a little voice kept echoing in my head.
Oh, he was in it all right. But he was the white guy. The white guy.
I decided to call Rodney Hadamiya, the actor who had worked with Marcus in Go for Broke.
Hello?
Hey, Rodney, it's David Henry Wong.
Wait, are you in New York?
Boston.
So, how's the show going?
You know, it's great.
Wait, how's Marcus?
He's doing fantastic. Listen.
God, he's one lucky motherfucker.
What do you mean?
I thought you're the one who cast him.
I don't
You
quite
know, everyone else would have their balls handed back to them on a plate by our community. Oh, but fucking David Henry Huang? No, he can cast a white guy as an Asian and no one gives a goddamn.
Marcus is an Asian?
Huh?
I can tell he's not 100%. But...
Oh, yeah, he's 100% alright. He's 100% white! Woo, you thought he was
You're Asian.
Oh, you got that half right. Oh, I'm sorry. This is just the funniest thing. Can you imagine if this got in the papers? Leader of Miss Saigon protest cast white guy as Asian. By mistake.
He's not. Marcus, he's not 100% Asian.
Yeah,
White.
Come on.
His father's Jewish.
Yeah, last time I checked, Jewish is still white.
Not necessarily.
Not what?
Judaism's a religion, not a race.
Yeah, it's sort of both, isn't it?
It's like how a wave and a particle are the same, but they're different.
What?
Jews are both waves and particles. Sammy Davis Jr., he was Jewish, wasn't he?
Oh, so Marcus's father is the Asian Sammy Davis Jr.?
Maybe.
David.
I mean, do you even know where his Jewish ancestors are from?
Russia. Yeah, I think he told me once what city.
Siberia.
Huh?
Marcus's father is from Siberia.
Are you sure? Because...
Yo, we talked about it extensively.
Okay, even if you're right, how does that
Don't
make...
you know where Siberia is?
It's like near the North Pole.
Asia. Siberia is in Asia, yes. And Marcus's father is a Siberian Jew.
But Marcus doesn't look Asian.
Does Lou Diamond Phillips look Asian?
Sort of.
Does
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves?
Wait, Keanu Reeves is Asian?
You're Asian, just like Marcus. Listen, Rodney, it's a new world out there. The demographics of this country are changing so rapidly, and sometimes we think it's only white people that gotta adjust, but we've gotta start thinking differently too. Free your mind, and the rest will follow. Be colorblind, don't be so shallow.
Okay, sure you're not making all this up to save your ass?
Rodney, who stepped up to the line during the Miss Saigon fight?
Well, you did.
Did I worry about saving my own ass then?
Okay, I'm sorry.
And another thing, Rodney! I loved your audition.
Wait, you did?
It was so honest. That is what I love the most in the theater, honesty.
But I never got called back.
Lots of times the best auditions are the ones you don't have to call back. You just know.
Then why didn't you cast me?
Why?
I mean, I thought they did a fucking good job.
You're too good looking!
Yeah.
I'm writing this character who's insecure, unsure of his masculinity. Who's gonna believe that about you?
Okay, well, he's insecure because everyone thinks Asian men are nerds with little dicks.
Like I said, who's gonna believe that about you?
Okay, but then, wouldn't it make your point even better to cast a guy like
That is just what I have been thinking.
Wait, you have?
I'm calling to check your availability. But first to fly you out to New York, maybe to understudy, but eventually take over the part.
Shit, really? You're offering me...
Of course, the show would have to settle into a healthy run first, of course. So we just all have to do what we can to make sure the show's a success. Right?
Right.
But David, you cannot fire him
William Craver, David's agent.
Oh, what do you mean I can't fire him?
for being white. It would be a violation of anti-discrimination law.
How?
You'd be firing him because of his
Would I
race.
hire him because of his race, or what I thought was his race?
Everyone just sort of lets that one slide.
So I can hire somebody on the basis of race, but not fire for that same reason?
Right.
Why?
Because people don't generally sue someone for hiring them.
So I'm stuck with this guy forever, no matter
Of
what?
course you can fire him for any reason other than his race.
Marcus and I really have to talk.
No! Whatever you do, he can't know, you know, he's white. Once that happens, then you really can't ever fire him.
Shit! We're speaking to a group of Asian American students tonight. They're gonna see right through him and then they'll blow the whistle.
David! Why don't you just do all the talking at this event?
Okay. Okay, I can do this. I can get through this thing tonight, and then tomorrow we'll get rid of them.
He'll be out of your life forever.
Great. So as long as I help Marcus pass for being Asian, I can fire him for being white.
Right.
Welcome to the Asian American Resource Center. I'm Gish Jen.
Marcus, I've been doing something.
Yeah?
I'm so pleased to see you all at tonight's event.
What's your name?
An evening with the creators of Face Value.
Marcus G. Dahlman. Ever think about taking a stage name?
What?
How about just Marcus G?
So without any further delay,
I never-
please welcome David Henry Huang and
Marcus G.
Man, your play, you guys have made a beautiful thing.
Thank you, that's
And when I read those reviews, I thought, shit, they're doing it to us again.
Tell him, brother.
They can't stand it when a young man gets too much power in their world.
You got that
So they got no choice but to shut us down! You and Spike Lee, man.
Thank you. When did you see our show?
I don't have to see it to know what's going on here.
You can tell just by reading the reviews.
That's right. You know, once I saw those white critics beating on your show, I knew it must be good.
You can really see through the hype. Next.
I saw your show a couple nights ago.
Yeah.
It was amazing! I do have one question for Marcus. What are you, anyway?
You mean what is he? Really?
Well, it's hard to keep track, but there are some who say the lost tribe of Israel. Well,
Marcus is Eurasian. That's the bottom line, isn't it, Marcus?
yeah, sure.
Yeah!
Marcus, your ancestors, I mean, the Asian part, where did they come from?
Siberia, didn't they? We talked about it once. Your ancestors were Russian, Asian, Siberian Jews, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Right.
Siberian! Wow. I've never really heard of...
They are a rapidly growing minority. In just a few years, you are going to see an explosion of Siberian culture across this country. Siberian folk festivals, restaurants, artists, and the emergence of little Siberia towns all over America.
And Siberians are Asians?
Here, I just happen to be carrying an atlas. Siberia is just north of China. Perhaps the best known Siberian in the world right now, aside from Marcus, of course, is a model named Irina Penteva. Oh, here's this. In the latest issue of Cosmopolitan. Nowadays, we really don't all look alike. Looks don't matter any longer. Marcus is like us. He's an American.
Oh, Marcus, as an actor of Jewish Siberian heritage, have you faced a lot of barriers?
Oh, sure you have. You can tell them.
Well, I mean, before this, directors just didn't really know what to do with me.
Bastards!
See, last November, I went on this commercial call. They had me back 5 times. And in the end, you know what they told me? They said I didn't look right.
That is so racist.
Marcus, did you celebrate any Siberian traditions at home?
No, not really. Though we did have this little music box on the mantelpiece that played Somewhere in My Love.
Next.
Was growing up hard for you?
Oh, yeah, it must have been, right?
Well, yeah. See, when I was 7, my family moved to the fancy neighborhood because it had all the good schools. But that made me sort of the poor kid in town.
I know what that's like.
You do? thank you.
Bastards!
You guys really want to hear this?
Trust me, they do.
See, all the other kids knew the truth about me, so on the outside I'm trying to fit in, but inside,
You knew they were looking down on you.
that's right, God, this is so weird. I've never even been in public like this.
We've all been oppressed.
You're the bastards! Now you say it!
Me? No.
No, man, you gotta say it!
The only way you're gonna rise
It
up.
was subtle, it wasn't like...
Subtle sucks.
Come on, man, you gotta say it.
Okay, bastard.
That's right! God, those motherfuckers who make me feel like shit, they were
Bastards, you're right. They were mean little bastards.
God, doesn't that feel good, Marcus?
It does. It really does. God, this is amazing. You don't even know me, and you welcome me like this into your club. I feel like I finally found a home.
We love you, brother.
Do you know how special this is? Out there in the rest of America, everyone is just fighting to stay afloat. But you've got each other. No, we've got each other.
Marcus G, you are a role model for us all!
I wouldn't even be here today if I hadn't had the good fortune to be cast in a play by David Henry Wong.
Stuart! Sorry to call so late at night. Hey, do you think BD's still available? I don't think Marcus is working out.
David Henry Wong, my phone, can't reach it. Message, beep.
David, it's Marcus. Could we talk? It's 10:30 and I just got a call from the producers. It's really important. Call me, please. It's Marcus. It's 11:30. Look, it's really important that you and I talk, okay? I assume you know what's going on. And if that's the case, I understand. I'd like the chance to hear from you. It's Marcus. I'm at Logan Airport. My flight board's in 20 minutes. It's final call. I'm heading to San Francisco. Look, I'd like the chance to say thank you. I've gotten to work with some wonderful artists, and maybe, even through everything that happened, understand a bit better who I am. So talk to you sometime, okay?
To delete your messages, press 7. Messages deleted.
The Associated Press, March 15th, 1993.
Face Value, the new Broadway comedy by the author of Ed Butterfly, closed before its official opening, shutting down after 8 preview performances at a loss of more than $2 million.
Hello?
Margaret!
David? Margaret Long, Executive Director, Asian American Legal Defense and Education Fund.
Yeah, it's David Huang, David Henry Huang.
Drunk?
No. Okay, maybe a little. Listen, I don't know if you heard about my show. I'm kind of close.
Yes, you told me last night.
Do you think I'm still an Asian American role
David,
model?
it's 2 a.m.
I like Margaret.
Yes, David, you're still a role model. Now,
Hey, you know that legal defense thing? The one you run?
AALDEF.
Yeah, that. Do you think I could get one of your Justice in Action awards?
David, you've already received one.
Yes, I did. Could I get another one?
Well, we like to think of it as a kind of lifetime achievement award, which means you only get one for lifetime.
My show? I was the victim of racism, right?
Don't you have anyone else you could call? I mean, you hardly know each other.
Yeah, but I always kind of thought for a civil rights attorney, you're kind of hot.
I'm gonna hang up now.
Margaret!
Yes, David, you're still a role model. Now, good night.
David, it's been 3 weeks and I'm still here in Don Country. I thought I would have moved on by now. Maybe to some of the other minority villages? You know, there are more than 50 groups in all, spread out over all of China. I think what's kept me here in Don Country is the music. I've done some research. It turns out the big song came to China over the Silk Road, over 1,000 years ago. Now, I'll sit in the center of the village at twilight with my eyes shut. And sometimes, if I'm lucky, I can hear the whole journey from the Carpathian Mountains through the Middle East and into Asia. The Dong learned this music from birth. It's so much a part of who they are, who I'm not. And yet, this music once came from somewhere else. Sort of like me.
Hello?
Hello, son.
Hi, Dad.
I was just calling to see how you're doing.
Me? I'm great. Things are great.
And how are things, money-wise?
Listen, Dad.
I thought you'd want to know. I just made a big donation to your good friend, Bill Clinton.
He's not my friend.
You supported him, didn't you? I talked to this guy on his campaign, told him I want to start a new group. Chinese Republican bankers for Clinton.
Would there be any other members?
Lots! Did you hear that? Pat Buchanan wants to kick us all out of the country. The Clinton guy, he loved my idea.
That's great, Dad.
Now, I can finally become ambassador to Great Britain.
What?
Or China. I will settle for China.
Dad, you're not a diplomat.
I'm a businessman, aren't I? Dave, this is how things work. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Win-win. It's the American way.
You know you're one of the least diplomatic people in the world.
I know. Isn't it beautiful? And I'll do it just like Frank. My way.
I can't really think about this right now, Dad.
I know, son. Why don't you come on the board of my bank?
What?
Marty DeLuca just died. There's an empty space to fill.
Dad, I don't know the first thing about banking.
You used to work in the bank back in college during the summers, remember?
As a teller.
And you were a damn good teller too. Every night your drawer balanced.
What's my title gonna be? Director of Nepotism?
If that's the title you want.
Dad, I'm not in the least qualified.
What do you mean you're not qualified? You're my son, aren't you? You know, we pay our board members honorarium for attending meetings. Just a few $1,000s. But better than nothing. You come out early every month, you can stay at our house. Your mother, she'll be so happy to cook for you.
Dad?
And maybe you'll even decide to like banking.
Just out of curiosity. Is that a few $1,000s a year or per meeting?
And total assets as of October 31st stand at $532,400,000. For East National Bank Board meeting, President R.
Don Mahale, Vice Chair.
Beatrice Chang, Chief Financial Officer.
Henry Wong, Chairman of the Board, just like Frank. So, I need a motion to approve the budget.
So moved.
Second? Second?
Oh, second.
That's good, son.
He's learning fast.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, so we found office space right in the center of Beijing. Brand new building, beautiful.
Congratulations, Henry. This is a big deal.
Don, I'm so excited. The system over there, they need our help.
And a lot of business there, too.
It's win-win. I'm telling you, I feel like a pioneer, like a Yankee trader. Beatrice.
On Monday, we're putting out a press release to announce the opening of our Beijing office. Barclays will become the first American bank to do business in the People's Republic of China.
Beijing, after I signed the lease, our new landlord took me to a karaoke bar. Guess what I say? You'll never get
My way.
That's right! You were so moved. It was beautiful. Meeting adjourned.
David, the wife and I went out last night to a musical show.
Which one?
The King and I. And David, the guy who played the King. You know him.
I know a lot of Asian actors. What was his name?
What was his name? He was in one of your plays.
Which one?
Face the Facts.
Face Value?
Yes.
B.D. Wong is in The King and I?
No, that wasn't his name.
Then who else could it? No.
He had a Chinese name. Strange thing, though. He did not look very Chinese.
Mr. G's warm humanity fills this exquisite king and I.
Seattle Times.
G throws off the ghost of Yul Brynner and reinvents the king for our multicultural age.
Montreal, Boston, Houston, Seattle. Son, are these clippings all about you?
Not really, Dad.
Hey, it's that guy, Marcus G. You gave him his start, son.
Don't remind me. What now?
He is very deep. Listen to this.
Never let anyone tell you what you look like is who you are. These are the limitations we have to face. Even people who look like me. Especially people who look like me.
Wow, beautiful husband.
I'm gonna throw up.
You know, Dave, you should say stuff like that.
Where do you think he got it from? I said those very words when he was in my show.
Hey, you teach him well. You must be so proud.
Dad, he's a disaster. I thought I got rid of him back in Boston, but he keeps popping up as if from the grave just to torture me.
You think you're getting a little worked up about this?
Dad, his last name's not G. He's not even Asian.
You know, I had that thought. When I first saw him in your show, I thought, he's not Chinese. But after I read his words, who cares? Maybe in my heart, if I can be Gary Cooper or Clark Gable, maybe in his, he can be Marcus G.
I didn't go through all those protests and hunger strikes just so some white imposter could help himself to our hard-won opportunities.
You went on a hunger strike?
Sure, back in college with the other Asian students for 2 whole weeks.
You didn't eat for 2 whole weeks. You could have...
Dad, I'm not stupid. Of course I ate.
But you said...
We fasted in shifts.
27th, 1996.
Asian Kudos announced the newly formed Asian American Artists Association announced honorees for their first annual Warrior Awards. Legit scribe David Henry Kwong and Butterfly will receive a Visionary Warrior Award from the org, which was founded by Asian American film exec Prince Friedman.
Whoa! David! Yeah! Follow me! By the way, your hair looks terrific. We've arranged a little impromptu press conference with the community media. You don't mind answering questions, do you?
Of course not.
Fantastic! Just stand right here. Journalists, please welcome David Henry Wong.
I'm very pleased to be honored by the Asian American Artists Association, or,
Oh! Here comes another one of tonight's awardees! Our most promising nuclear warrior, Marcus G! Who has managed to join us tonight despite his grueling tour schedule in The King and I? You two know each other? Well, who doesn't know Marcus, right?
Know each other? David gave me my first job. We haven't talked since when?
Since you were in...
Face value. Wow. Thanks for the break, buddy.
Marcus! Your performance in The King and I has been receiving rave reviews all around the country. Did you have any reservations about taking a role that some of the community have labeled stereotypical?
Of course I did. I believe the most important responsibility of any actor of color is to be true to his or her community, to make sure we only put out positive images. I agreed to be seen for the role of the king only after I was assured by the producers that the hallmark of this production was cultural authenticity.
Don't give me that hey bro shit.
Sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
Well, you are. I mean, this whole thing you're doing is really offensive.
Is this all about what happened in Boston?
Of course it's about what happened in Boston.
Dave, for me that turned out to be a blessing in disguise.
So you're really gonna act like you don't know?
I wish I could say I was acting. But I'm not that good an actor, at least you didn't think so.
You're running around, pretending to be Asian. You are lying to everyone there. Can you follow that?
I'm trying really hard not to lie, okay? Now and again, I have to mention the whole Siberian thing, and that's unfortunate, but as much as possible, I am doing my best to only speak the truth.
Your whole life is a lie. You're letting people believe.
You said yourself, didn't you? It doesn't matter what someone looks like on the outside.
I didn't mean that literally.
How'd you mean it? Dave, do you have a problem with anything I'm saying?
No, it is not what you are saying.
It's that I'm the one saying it. Doesn't that make your position a little racist?
This is not that hard. In order to be Asian, you have to have at least some Asian blood.
I'm just saying some things that need to be said. doing things that need to be done. I mean, someone's got to step up.
And what's that supposed to mean?
To be perfectly honest, I've been attending a lot of community functions lately, and I don't see you at any of them.
You can't be serious.
John Huang is founding this great new organization, the Asian Leadership Council.
You're lecturing me on how to be Asian?
It's a chance for APAs to gain some real clout by leveraging our donations towards presidential campaigns.
I can't believe this.
They're honoring me next week in DC, and we could really use your support.
I was an Asian American role model back when you were still a Caucasian.
Come on, Dave, is this a popularity contest?
No, I'm not in a popularity contest with you.
This is about collective empowerment. Agreed?
Fuck! That is so easy for you to say. What? You walk in here with that face of yours, call yourself Asian. Everybody falls at your feet. But you don't have to live as an Asian every day of your life. No, you can just skim the cream. You ethnic tourist.
You're right. I don't have to live as Asian every day of my life. I am choosing to do so.
Funny thing about race, you don't get to choose. If you'd been born a minority, you'd know that.
David, are you familiar with the Chinese concept of fate?
Am I familiar with it? Yeah, it is! Of course I am!
Basically, it says that the face we choose to show the world reveals who we really are.
I knew that.
Well, I've chosen my face, and now I'm becoming the person I've always wanted to be.
Marcus? Oh, there you are. What's keeping you?
Sorry, I just got talking with David.
Oh, hi.
Hey, Leah, I hadn't seen you here.
Surprise, surprise. Better get on stage quick. They're about to auction off the newest movement.
Thanks. DC, next week. Remember the name, John Huang. It's gonna be big.
So you're dating him now?
Yes. So?
Does he know that you and I, that we,
Well,
that you...
maybe. I might have mentioned it. You know, it's not the first thing on my mind day and night.
Leah, you can't.
Excuse me?
You can't become his girlfriend.
Funny thing, because I already am.
When did you meet him?
It's none of your business.
Was it before or after he got this role in The King and I?
If you must know, we're touring together. I'm playing Pumpkin. Again, don't ask. Now, if you'll excuse
So
me...
he hasn't told you?
Told me what?
You think he's Asian, right?
Not 100%.
I can't believe he's dating you, of all people!
Wait. You think he's dating me to get back at you?
No, not just to get back at me. It's even weirder than that.
Oh my God!
It's more diabolical.
David.
It's like he wants to become me. Whoa. It sounds crazy, I know. I didn't believe it at first.
Hey! Earth to narcissist!
What's that supposed to be?
Yes, I did tell Marcus that you and I have been a couple. How are we supposed to avoid the subject? You fired him, remember? But whatever hurt and bitterness he may have felt towards you back then, it's gone, okay? And let's face it, even if he had done your show on Broadway, you would have had work for what? 1 movie?
Your King and I's gonna end one day too, you know.
So, I'm dating Marcus, not the King deciding.
Leah, he is not Asian.
David, no one is Asian enough for you.
That's not what I mean.
This is exactly like when you used to criticize me for listening to The Cure.
I never criticized you for listening.
Yes, you did. You thought my taste in music was too white.
I never said anything
Yes,
like that.
you said, personally, I believe in supporting black artists.
I only meant that as people of color, African American artists are more likely to share our struggles and understand our pain.
Mariah Carey, come on, get real.
Leah, Marcus is not Asian. Literally. He's lying to you, he's lying to everyone, he's got this whole community fooled. The truth is, Marcus G is 100% white.
David, are you still in touch with Dr. Wilson?
You don't believe me.
I believe you're in a really unhealthy place right now. And I think I'm gonna go. You should get back to writing plays.
David! It's been 3 months and I made this friend, Yan. This kid, I think he's like a dog rebel. He refuses to sing all the old songs, spends most of his year in Guiyang working at the factories, and he speaks a little English. Yan told me the dong rush out to sing for the tourists because they're paid to by the provincial government. I guess he was trying to burst my bubble. I have to admit I was a little disappointed. Suddenly, all I could see were satellite dishes spread out over the whole town. And then I saw this villager, standing knee-deep in the river, catching fish with his bare hands, and a cell phone strapped to his belt. And I thought one slip and that phone's finished. And then I remembered, he's been doing this his whole life. He knows he's not going to fall in, ever. So even if he does wear a cell phone, isn't he still amazing?
to Julia Dahlman?
That's me, honey. Who's this?
My name is David Henry Kwong. I'm a playwright.
Why, of course, I know who you are. My son was in your play.
That's sort of what I'm calling. Are you aware that your son is going around claiming to be Asian?
Huh? David, of course. You know.
I know what?
Well, Marcus. Yes, I mean, should it? Should it matter?
Don't you think you should tell him to stop?
David, what on earth are you talking about?
I'm talking about truth, about honesty. Didn't you ever teach Marcus any of these
Stop,
things?
just back up your truck for a minute, Mr. David. Tell me everything all about show business. Marcus is doing the king and I. Who do you think reporters want to talk to, the king or the I? They ask him questions and what's he supposed to say? Nothing.
He's supposed to tell them that he's white.
David, this is America, where race shouldn't matter. I didn't even know about the racism Asians still face today, but Marcus raised my consciousness. He told me that it doesn't matter what someone looks like on the outside. That is why he's giving his time and his money to your good causes. And frankly, you should be fucking grateful.
David, I really appreciate you meeting me like this.
Well, if you asked me in such a civil tone, it really threw me for a loop.
I didn't want to talk about this over the phone.
What's wrong? Trouble in paradise? Catch your boyfriend putting butter on his rice?
This is serious. Marcus is under investigation by the government. It all started late one night. They called our home.
Wait, you and Marcus are living together?
Yeah, it just made sense.
Well, what were you two doing late at night?
Nothing. Reading the paper. Watching TV. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, I should get that.
Gotta be let them cheat it up.
It might be something important.
Whatever it is can wait. I
Hello?
can't. You are in so much trouble.
Is this Marcus G?
Speaking.
I'm calling from the office of Senator Fred Thompson on behalf of the Committee on Governmental Affairs.
You do realize it's 11:30 at night.
Yes, I'm sorry. Would you mind answering some questions?
Could you call back in the morning?
The committee would be most grateful for your cooperation at this time. Our records show you donated $250 to the Asian Pacific American Leadership Council.
Yes, at their fundraising event in Washington last year.
Are you aware that their founder, John Huang, is under investigation? That a good number of the donations he gathered may have violated federal campaign law.
What do you want from me?
Are you an American citizen?
What?
Where are you from?
Oh, you mean where am I really from?
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. It was just a joke.
A joke? Why is that a joke?
Because Asians are always being asked where you're really from.
Who else has asked you this?
You're completely clueless, aren't you?
Why did you clue me in? What is your ancestry?
My God, they can't even ask me that at auditions.
Auditions?
I don't have to answer that question.
I suggest you do because there's something strange about your file. Seems you made your donation under a false name.
Yes,
You realize this is a violation of federal campaign law.
I used my stage name, but it was illegal.
Why did you change your name?
More accurately reflects the roles I was playing.
And what sort of roles are those?
Asian roles.
So, is it fair to assume that your ethnicity is actually Asian?
I don't have to answer that question.
You keep getting stuck on that one, don't we?
I'm gonna hang up now.
That'd be a bad idea.
This whole conversation was a bad idea. You guys are so on the wrong track. In fact, you know something? You're idiots.
We thought that would end, and now we're getting more calls from the FBI, the Democratic National Committee.
Let me get this straight. The government's investigating people who made donations to presidential campaigns?
Asians, just Asians, because they think foreigners try to influence the elections. Anyone with the last name Lee or Wong.
And somehow Marcus got on their list.
Can you believe it? He made a donation using his stage name. There's going to be a press conference tomorrow to expose this crowd. David? Why are you laughing?
Well, he wanted to be Asian, didn't he? Every day of my life. Oh, be careful what you wish for, Kimasabe.
We were hoping you would show up at the press conference.
Oh, Ma? Marcus doesn't need my help. He's Captain Asian America, a role model for us all.
David, listen. Asians accused of being evil foreigners, this is exactly the kind of shit they always throw at us.
And now they're throwing it at him, and it is making my day!
I can't believe this. You used to stand for something. Now it's like you've turned into some kind of fake Asian.
Oh, I'm the fake Asian. Someone's not looking at her own bed.
Fuck you.
And for your information, the reason I can't make your little press conference is because I'm doing something much more important for Asian Americans. Ever hear of network television? I'm working with this comedian on the new series. Oh, she's Korean American just like you. Leah?
All-American Girl starring Miss Margaret Show.
Hey, Margaret, I've been hired to take the show in a new direction. More Asian. So, use chopsticks. Use chopsticks, and when you're done, you can put them in your hair. And Margaret, you are wearing shoes, which is something we don't do in the house, so take off those shoes. We don't wear shoes in this house. I'm gonna leave this abacus right here.
New York Times, September 12, 1997.
Today, 18 Asian American groups filed a complaint with the United States Commission on Civil Rights.
I was harassed by midnight telephone calls. My integrity was slandered. My citizenship questioned.
Leaders of Asian American groups say this call and 1,200 others to Asian American contributors are part of harassment of people of Asian descent.
USA Today, July 9, 1997.
Congress yesterday began long-awaited hearings on the campaign financing proprieties in 1996 with an assertion by committee chair Fred Thompson, Republican of Tennessee.
High-level Chinese government officials crafted a plan to increase China's influence over the U.S. political process. Our investigation suggests this plan continues today. Senator Bob Bennett, Republican of Utah.
In my opinion, these are classic activities on the part of an Asian who comes out of that culture.
Senator Sam Brownback, Republican of Kansas.
Two wrongs don't make a right!
Senator Richard Shelby, Republican of Alabama.
We got to remember that the Chinese are everywhere. They're real, they're here, and probably very crafty people.
Representative Tom DeLay, Republican of Texas.
Now there's a high probability that this is money from foreigners, okay? If you're friends with a guy named Johnny Huang or Marcus Yee, and you got friends by the name of Arif and Soraya and... okay, I can't even pronounce these names. Okay. Chung, Am, Yogesh, Gandhi, Lap, Sang, NG...
Jack Kingston, Republican of Georgia.
Illegal campaign contributions are just the tip of the apple!
Senator Brownback.
John Huang wanted so much money for the Democrats because under his salary agreement, no raise money, no get bonus!
New York Times, March 6, 1999. China stole nuclear secrets from Los Alamos. Written by...
Name withheld on advice of counsel.
Federal investigators have begun administering lie detector tests to a Los Alamos computer scientist who is Chinese American. This is going to be just as bad as the Rosenbergs, one official recalled saying.
Dave, look! Facts for you!
So, where are you getting all...
From Marcus G.
Oh, God, get that thing away from me.
Dear
You know
David.
it's money or something. I don't want to hear it.
Shh! I'm reading for myself.
You read that story in yesterday's New York Times? About Wen Ho Lee, the Chinese-American nuclear scientist who's being accused of treason?
Marcus says they're holding a rally to stand up for Wen Ho Lee. And they want you to join them. Well, are you gonna go?
Of course I'm not gonna go.
But
do you see what I'm working on here? I'm prepping a pitch for a movie project.
But Marcus says...
Jesus!
I'm sorry you couldn't make our press conference exposing the phone call, but it's old snowball. First the campaign finance scandal, and now Wen Ho Lee. This country is gearing up to make China its next big enemy, and as usual, who do they go after first? Asian Americans.
God, that guy is so paranoid. Hey, maybe Wen Ho Lee is actually guilty. Ever think of that? And if he's not, what's Marcus so worried about? Doesn't he know we have rights in this country? Only in my research for this play did I finally read a transcript of Wen Ho Lee's interrogation by the FBI. March 7th, 1999.
Washington is under the impression that you're a spy. And this New York Times article is doing everything but coming out with your name. Everything is pointing to you.
I'm just telling you, I believe truth, and I believe honest, and I know myself, I did not tell anything, okay? I told you more than 10 times, eventually something will be clear-cut, okay?
Well, what are you going to tell your friends?
What are you going to tell your family?
What are you going to tell your wife and son?
They're going to say, you know, your father is a spy.
But I'm not a spy.
What if they decide, okay, We're gonna polygraph your wife.
On what? On what subject?
What difference does it make?
Your kids are gonna have to live with this, okay? Your wife is going to have to live with this. This will eat away at them like a cancer. Just like the cancer you had, but all the way.
Probably worse than the cancer.
You're right. This is worse than the cancer.
Well, okay, let's stop here, because I'm very tired.
Wenho, this is serious!
Do you know who the Rosenbergs are?
Yeah, I heard them mention.
The Rosenbergs are the only people that have never cooperated with the federal government on an espionage case. Do you know what happened to them? They electrocuted them, Wenho.
Yeah, I heard.
You know the Rosenbergs profess their innocence.
The Rosenbergs weren't concerned either.
The Rosenbergs are dead!
Well, it's my life. I accept it, okay? I will try to do the best that I can, and eventually, I believe God will make it his judgment.
Senator Peter Dominici, Republican, New Mexico.
That man, Wenho Lee, doesn't deserve civil liberties.
So, yellow girl, eh? Where are you really from?
Omaha. Growing up Vietnamese there, I felt so alone.
You're not alone.
I read all your plays in high school.
Which ones?
All
So, what are you wearing?
David, it's your mother! Just want to let you know, there's going to be an article tomorrow in the New York Times, and it's about your father. Alright? It's a big one, front page, and it's not very good.
The New York Times, May 11th, 1999. China sent cash to U.S. Bank with suspicions slow to rise, written by...
Name withheld on advice of counsel.
Late in the spring of 1996, federal bank examiners discovered that the Central Bank of China had been moving tens of millions of dollars into the United States, depositing the money in a base of accounts at a small California bank, Far East National. Far East National CEO Henry Y. Huang, 69, is well known among Chinese Americans in Los Angeles. Huang's office is decorated with pictures of himself with various American presidents, including Bill Clinton, and a poster from M. Butterfly, the Tony Award-winning hit written by his son, David Henry Huang, who was formerly a director at the bank.
Oh, shit.
This reporter lady knows.
Dad!
Alice said, do you have an appointment? She said, no, I have to see Mr. Hua. Then she just walks in. If I were in the bathroom, bet she just walk in there too. No class.
Dad, what we really have to worry about
No, son. I have a bathroom in my office.
I know.
With a shower and everything. Beautiful.
Henry, listen to your son.
Dad, the newspaper article.
Right.
Talk to your dad.
Did you see the part where she called me short? I'm 5'10", that's not short.
Dad, what we really have to worry about, Dad.
She called me short. Do you know what that means? That means that she's a racist. I know.
Okay, Dad, what we really have to think about right now is the Senate investigation. Are you going to have to testify before Shelby's banking committee?
Of course.
You've already been subpoenaed?
Not yet. But I will be, no matter what.
Wait!
I spoke to my lawyers, told them, you spend whatever you have to. Pull all the strings you've got. Get me that subpoena.
You want to testify before the committee?
Of course.
See, David? Why do you have to talk to him?
On national television. Lights, cameras, senators, and me. Giving it to those guys. You discriminate against Asians. This sort of thing must never happen in America.
Dear, that's not going to happen.
Shh. All Around the country, people stop what they are doing. Listen to me. Suddenly, the image of Asians is improved forever. Ah, beautiful.
Dave? Dad, it is very difficult to make yourself look good before a congressional investigation.
What about Ollie North?
It's not impossible.
What does Ollie North have that I don't, huh? First, I become a spokesman for Asians all around the country. Then next, who knows, maybe Governor of California.
Not again! You think you're gonna become a hero?
This is my chance to speak up for Asians in this country, just like Marcus G.
Dad, that's not so easy.
This article, terrible, but the placement, very good. Front page of the New York Times. Dave, you'll never be the before.
You really just want to lie low and hope all of this goes away. Hang on.
Did you see what I was wearing?
That's my cell phone.
I was wearing a bunny.
Hello?
May I speak to David Henry Wong?
Speaking.
My name is...
Name withheld on advice of counsel.
I wrote the article in the Times this morning about Far East National.
Oh,
I understand you were on the bank's board when all this occurred.
well,
I'd like the chance to prove that you had nothing to do with this. If you wish, our talk could be completely off the record. So, can we meet? It's off.
good, because I don't think that I have any...
I know, and I respect that.
Then why would you even...
Just in case you suddenly decide there's something you want to say on the record. It's here for your benefit. You control it. Just say the word and it's ready to go.
You're not what I expected. I mean, the way
The
that...
way I look.
I guess I don't know what I was expecting.
I suppose I should tell you about the first time I saw M. Butterfly. It was truly one of my most memorable experiences in the theater.
Well, thank you. That's very kind.
And to be honest, that's why it kills me to see you mixed up in all this stuff. I mean, you don't need this. You don't want to go in front of the Senate Banking Committee, that's for sure. The legal bills alone.
Then why did you write the article?
Can I tell you something about myself? I have no agenda. If I've gotten something wrong, I'm the first who's going to want to correct it because as a reporter, all I've got, my whole currency is my reputation.
But what if there's no story here?
Then that's what I'll write. David, I respect you a lot. I want to be corrected. Just give me a chance.
All right. What do you want to know?
You sat on the board of Far East National for many years. Why?
Basically as a favor to my
Oh,
father.
do you want to go on the record about this? You can go off at any moment just by punching the button.
I can turn it off?
Absolutely.
Okay. When my father asked me, I was coming off of one of the busiest years of my career. I turned him down at first.
How did he convince you?
He said to me, "Son, I need your help. Growing up in a Chinese family, you feel a strong sense of duty to your parents. Filial piety is deeply ingrained in the culture." My dad took me to the grave of my TT, my paternal grandfather, and together we lit joss sticks, incense. And it was as if the voices of my ancestors were rising up, telling me that it was my filial duty to join the bank board. Of course, I also felt a strong sense of responsibility to the Chinese American community.
Can you explain?
Far East National serves immigrants, refugees. I thought if I could help the bank, it would help all of us. As Chinese Americans, we need to empower ourselves by any means necessary.
And this empowerment is important to you.
It's the reason for everything that I do. Just a few years ago, I started to break into a new frontier, network television, through which I'd be able to dig deep into the American psyche, dispelling stereotypes, creating positive images.
And this television project, was that the Margaret Cho show? Oh.
I'd rather not talk about that, okay?
Oh, you're the boss.
You know, I didn't write it. I was just brought in to try and fix it.
I understand. The whole subject, gone.